He stares right past you as if you're invisible or boring. He nods, then reaches for a concealed hatch.
Well, look who's come to visit. My kids say you've been busy since you got here. Mercon says you got him out of a tight spot with some harpies. Gotta say, I'm impressed. You saved Arabella from the Druids. Don't know what those bastards would have done. And we're happy to be helped. Now, what can I do for you?
I wonder when the goblins will come.
How long do you think we've got before the goblins come?
I could use the target practice.
I heard what happened. Thank you for protecting the child. If the druids are this far gone, then it's not just goblins we have to fear. So we can risk violence here, or face it for certain on the road. Quite the choice, isn't it? You saw what they were willing to do to a child just for trying. It's Korga's influence. Without her twisting things, I believe the druids might see sense. A low thought, but I'd be lying if I said I hadn't considered it. But the druids would slaughter us. We'd have to get close to Korga, within striking distance. I can't manage that, but they've already let you pass once. It doesn't sit well with me either, but to get these people to safety, there's nothing I won't do. You'd be well rewarded for the risk. But if that won't sway you, there's nothing more to discuss. Our time grows short. If Korga won't abandon her madness, then we'll have to try the road, goblins or no. These are civilians. Open battle would be a massacre.
This book is far lighter than it should be with such a massive lock. As the lock opens, a loose page comes with it. Magic pulses from the parchment. What was once script is now an obliterated scrawl. You have a sense these are names, a list. But of what? Gods. These are the names of gods, once lost but now restored after the Second Sundering. Entire pantheons have dwindled and been reborn, silently recorded by this book.
So he has spoken, and so thou standest before me. Right, as always. What a curious way to awaken. Now, I have a question for thee. What is the worth of a single mortal's life? An arbiter of certain matters. But that is not important now. Wilt thou answer my question? So, I ask again, what is the worth of a single mortal life? And thus, balance is achieved. If all are at war, none can win. Very well. I am satisfied. We have met, and I know thy face. We will see each other again at the proper time and place. Farewell.
Something's wrong.
You're a true soul. You can't die. Please, stay with us.
I don't think he's conscious. Can you hear us, Ed?
You, not a step closer.
The mark glows, but you feel nothing in response. Your illithid power is beyond reach until you rest.
He's hurt badly. An owlbear got him deep. If there's anything you can do...
I'm watching you.
The injured man locks eyes with you. A familiar squirming churns in your head. Your minds intertwine. You see his siblings, Andric and Brenna, new recruits, yours to shepherd.
Protect them. They are a true soul. Mind them. They will. They.
Edwin! Ed! Please!
He's with the Absolute now. You're a true soul. Edwin, our brother, he was chosen. Like you. Do you have orders for us? We were reporting to Edwin. We know that all too well. But the Absolute sent us here.
We're looking for fugitives. Survivors from that ship that crashed farther west of here. We don't know what they look like, but anyone who survived that crash is bound to be injured. That's enough to get us started. The Absolute wants them found. At any cost.
I don't know any druids.
What? And just... leave Ed? I suppose he'd want us to go on. Find a way to honor his sacrifice.
May the Absolute guide us.
They spoke of the Absolute. Same as that goblin's Sazza. Curious.
strange power resonates within the corpse. It calls to you. Your limbs move of their own accord. There's something of value here, something your mind craves. Why let its host's memories go to waste? The tadpole has absorbed it all. Its experience could nourish you, strengthen you.
Things.
Keep moving, stranger. Quietly. I told you to go! There's death in your scent, but not in your words. Still, you should go. My friend is injured. He needs rest. Of course he will, and then we'll return home. He calls me Scratch. You can do the same. We were attacked. Cackling, furry things on two legs. And their smell, it was strange, rotten, evil.
You know the creatures he describes. Gnolls.
No, I won't leave him. If it comes to that, I may. Thank you.
You feel the quake of its heavy footsteps before you see it. An owlbear, its beaked face looming out of the darkness.
What's this? Something weak, something tender. Won't even have to chew you before I feed you to my son. Soft meat. Scars don't make us kindred soft meat, and they don't make you welcome in my nest. You'll be missing more than your eye before I'm done. You're small, weak. Killing you would be a waste of time. You can go, but you make one wrong step and I'll rip you to shreds.
Lads, for the love of all that is holy, I've never clapped eyes on your poor sister.
Drop the act, hag. You was the last to see Mayrina.
Just let her go. Please.
Thank goodness you're here, sweetie. I don't know what's come over these boys.
Stop this. We won't ask again.
Sweetie, be careful.
They're with the hag.
Don't bloody stand there gaping!
Oh, my stars! I didn't mean for this to happen. Those poor boys were looking for their little sister, Mayrina, the girl who's staying with me. This is all my fault, but I made a promise. Mayrina begged me not to breathe a word if they came looking for her. And my word is my bond. That poor thing will be distraught. We can't let her know. It'd break her poor heart. I'd best get going, but please stop by my house. I'd like to thank you proper.
Ethel's less helpless than she made out. I don't trust her.
A chill runs up your spine. You feel like you're being watched. The place has a quiet sense of calm. You can't see anything strange.
Ah, stranger. Forgive the aroma.
You catch a waft of something foul, metallic, and sickly sweet.
Powdered iron vine. An old hunter's trick. Most monsters will think twice before making a meal of me.
You're a monster hunter. I'm surprised. I thought all Ger were vagrant cutthroats.
A mystical and dangerous people. We travel the land, never settling in one place. We steal your chickens, curse your crops, seduce your daughters. Your friend here has heard it all, I'm sure. I wish I had half the power settled folk think my people possess. Alas, I am a simple wanderer. A simple wanderer and monster hunter. But I'm no witch doctor or cutthroat.
Something terrifying, no doubt. Dragon? Cyclops? Kobold?
Nothing so dramatic. I'm hunting for a vampire spawn. I fear he's gone to ground. I hope the hag of these lands can help me flush him out. If I can afford her blood price.
A vampire spawn? Why? Yes. Yes, fine. It's just specific. Why not kill the gnolls or goblins rampaging around here?
It is a sacred mission from the head of my tribe. She sent me here to capture the beast and return it to her.
Capture? And bring it where?
Baldur's Gate. My people wait for me there.
Under all the smiles, you can feel Astarion's tension. He's coiled like a spring, hand inching towards his weapon.
Is your friend ill? I have some tea that might help.
No, no. I'm quite well. We should go, but you have fun tracking your monster. No, I mean, we have different quests. I wouldn't want to distract this fellow from his path any more than he'd want to lead us from ours.
The elf is right. I have my own road to walk. A road that leads me straight to a hag's den, alas. But I wish you well. Be safe.
I don't want a crumb left on that plate, girl.
Auntie Ethel, please. One more bite and this pie is gonna come back up to say hello.
Don't make me get the wooden spoon. You're eating for two, so get to it. Oh, if it isn't my hero. You took ages. Come in, come in. Feel free to relax yourself and have a cuppa, hmm? Gods grant me patience. Eat up, Mayrina. I won't say it again. Thanks to you. You know, you're lucky. You've helped a very powerful lady. People in dire need travel from all over Faerun to see little old me. And I do my damnedest to help them. And you, Petal, well, you need a lot of help. That wriggler swimming in your brain juice is a bit of an inconvenience, isn't it? Quicker than you can say, yes, Auntie. What do you say? Want me to take care of the little bugger? Well, that depends on the job. Removing a parasite is no small feat. But I like you, Petal. So I'll only ask for something small. One of your pretty little peepers. I'll pluck it from your head, kiss it for luck, then back in it goes. Won't take but a moment. That is my price. Nothing more, nothing less. A touch, but sure, you've two eyes in your skull, don't you? No need to be precious. I'm afraid that's my business, Petal. It's nothing nefarious, though. I promise. Glorious. One moment. Auntie needs her real nails for this.
You blink and the wilderness changes. A swamp, stinking and insidious, assaults your senses.
Much better. That human skin is fierce restrictive. Well, yes. I should bloody think so. Not many get to see a hag in all her glory. Consider yourself blessed. Now choose, which eye will it be? Right or left? Hold on to your knickers. This might sting a bit. No, that wasn't so bad, was it? Oh, you do make me laugh. No, unless you want tentacles for a tongue, stay absolutely still. I've removed one of these buggers before, but it's a touch tricky.
The parasite squirms at the hag's words. Pain builds behind your eye. You feel the creature writhe as it's dragged towards your ear. Then it bites back, burrowing even deeper into your brain.
Goddamn wretched! You little shit! You didn't tell me it was netherese. I'm not touching that! Filthy shadow magic brings nothing but chains and misery. How could I have missed that stink? Like blood and piss congealing on my tongue. Someone's tampered with your parasite. That's likely why you've not turned yet. I can! But that thing has been touched by more than mind flayers. You're a dead soul walking. I can't help you. What about it? I held up my end of the bargain. It's not my fault the Wriggler's tainted by shadow magic. I want nothing to do with you or that scum in your brain. You're bloody right it wasn't. I agreed to remove an illicit spawn. That thing is an abomination. But let it not be said that Auntie Ethel doesn't honor her debts. Here, it's on you to fix yourself. Now get out!
My one that's been tampered with.
Tampered or not, we need to get these things out of our
Come now,
heads.
Marina.
Let's
Time to
find
go.
another way.
Bye-bye, lovelies. Ready as you
You sniffing where you ain't ought to be, friend. Might have to take that nose.
A strange symbol glows marked on their flesh, and something within you stirs in response.
Go on. Ain't bothered mucking my blade with ya. But mind your manners.
Oh, shit-pilling toe rag! Never summon shovel, never feed shovel, now call shovel!
You recognize the tiny fiend, a quasit. Wicked creatures often used as familiars.
Wait, you're not Illy? My master, tall, skinny, prick with ears. So, you're Shovel's master now. Fine. Master Illy calls me Shovel. Don't like it? Change it. So, what first, Master? Gutting locals? Raising the dead? Making them walk? Making them scream? Yes! Steal bodies, tear them, then Illy puts them back together. Again and again. When he wasn't horny for the book. Oh, book this, book that. He loves the book. Oh, Master should go see. Talk to the mirror, and remember, balsam, good for burns. Oh, shit-pilling toe rag! Never summon shovel, never feed shovel, now call shovel!
You recognize the tiny fiend, a quasit. Wicked creatures often used as familiars.
Wait, you're not Illy? My master, tall, skinny, prick with ears. So, you're Shovel's master now. Fine. Master Illy calls me Shovel. Don't like it? Change it. So, what first, Master? Gutting locals? Raising the dead? Making them walk? Making them scream? Yes! Steal bodies, tear them, then Illy puts them back together. Again and again. When he wasn't horny for the book. Oh, book this, book that. He loves the book. Oh, Master should go see. Talk to the mirror, and remember, balsam, good for burns.
Speak your name.
The mirror is magical, but what magic? To what purpose? You have no idea.
Speak your name. I do not know this name. If you are known to my master, step forward and declare yourself an ally. Only a true ally of Ilintoth may pass. What think you of the Zolkir known as Zastan? You are no Zolkir, but are you wise? Tell me, why might one use balsam ointment? Acceptable, finally. If you could see anything in me, what would it be? You seek to survive. You seek power. Be welcome.
Oh? A spell shite! When the fisting starts, use the sparky magic to call Shovel. Let's kill everything.
The book is locked tight with no visible keyhole, only an oval recess in the cover's mouth. You try to examine the book, but the longer you stare, the more those piercing amethyst eyes draw you in.
Curious. Why don't you take a closer look? I'll observe from back here.
That looks terribly heavy. Why don't you let me carry it for you?
We surely shouldn't leave such a threat out, where anyone could stumble across it.
We're not wandering these wilds looking for stimulating conversations. Of course, my knife was ready. The Gur are duplicitous. I've had my share of run-ins, so caution is only natural.
Tastes like chicken. No chicken. Tastes like fish. Gentlemen, contain yourselves. This quarrel sours our feast. Besides, tastes like pork. And what surprise is this? Brothers, look here. I have eyed yet another prize. Fortune favors our bellies. Stranger, be you friend or food. The mark is her measure. Show is the brand of the absolute. Indeed. How regrettable that your meat must go unsavored. Food? Food. Not food. Friend. Am I not astonishing? A robust diet makes for a shrewd mind, you see. I am a gourmand. And you, a delicacy. Were I so lucky? I've no use for the Absolute, or any god. I follow two masters only, gluttony and greed. The goblins understand my appetites. They sate my hunger for gold. And the rest sate my hunger for meat. Boss Goblin give gold. We check brand. Good deal. No talk. follow the sense of blood and gold to all lands fertile, friend. And this land proves particularly fruitful. I am, by all accounts, a student of higher commerce and extortion. Make me an offer. Tempt me. A brilliant notion, and a boon to my aching belly. We have a deal, my tasty kibble. Take my bone horn. One blow, and the ground will quake with my family name. Use it when the need arises, and never a moment before. Ogre kill everyone around, then Ogre eats them. Well spoken, indeed. Ogre kill everyone around. We will keep close. When you are ready, sound the horn.
We should keep moving. Nothing. The trick of the light. I do. Let's just move along. Time's a rare currency for both of us.
Look what we got here. Another little birdie wanting to fly. Stop this thing! Flap those wings some more, and I'll feed you a worm. And you. Hope you got a stomach for heights. What's it bloody look like? We're teaching this here pipsqueak to fly. You want this little cave lurking what's it? Find your own. He's ours!
The mark glows, but you feel nothing in response. Your illithid power is beyond reach until you rest.
I reckon we could do better than this run, eh? We're leaving.
What about the gnome? Ain't we supposed to bring him to...
I said we're leaving! There's plenty of sport and rich pickings out there for us. Move it! Cut me loose!
Bag of Cabara.
Those pustulant thugs!
Well, get on with it. Whatever you are. You saved me, now you'll extort me. That's how this works, yes? Nothing? My own fault, really. I should have dropped my pack and outrun those bastards. Alas. Take my pack, if you can find it. The only reason those goblins caught me was its weight. I'll travel lightly from now on. Ignorance is alive and well, it seems. Deep gnomes aren't restricted to the Underdark, you know. I've lived in Baldur's Gate for years. I'm in search of a friend. I fear he's in trouble. See this? I gave it to him years ago before I left home. I found it around the neck of a thug in the lower city. It was speckled with blood. My friend, nowhere to be found. But I still have hope. I have reason to believe he's in the Underdark. Hopefully, I'll pick up his trail from there. I always help my friends. On that note, I bid thee farewell. If we should meet again, well, we will have met again.
As you approach, a guttural scream and a succession of quick bangs rattle the door. Then, a low moan. Someone, or something, is having a bit of fun.
Leave it. Whoever's inside doesn't want an audience, and I don't want to fight.
What the hell are you doing? Tell of my rutting, my virility.
Don't want this puny rutting written down!
Puny? I am strong. I am virile. I am
Enough! Moment ruined. Passion squished like slow goats underfoot. Oh, we leave.
My, what manner of place is this? A path to redemption? Or a road to damnation? Hard to say, for your journey is just beginning. What would suit the occasion? The words to a lullaby, perhaps. The mouse smiled brightly. It outfoxed the cat. Then down came the claw. And that? Love. Was that? They do know how to write them in Cormier, don't they? Well met, I am Raphael. Very much at your service. Charmed, I'm sure, in more ways than one. We should have a chat, you and I, but not here. This quaint little scene is decidedly too middle of nowhere for my tastes. Come. There, middle of somewhere. The House of Hope, where the tired come to rest and the famished come to feed lavishly. Go on, partake, enjoy your supper. After all, it might just be your last. Call it a ninth sense. What's better than a devil you don't know? A devil you do. Am I a friend? Potentially. An adversary? Conceivably. But a savior?
That's for certain. Come now, why play hard to get when you're in deep over your tadpoled head? One skull, two tenants, and no solution in sight. I could fix it all, like that. Take all the time you need, but make up your mind before you're counting down with tentacles. Try to cure yourself. Shop around. Beg, borrow, and steal. Exhaust every possibility until none are left. And when hope has been whittled down to the very marrow of despair, that's when you'll come knocking on my door. Hope. Such a tease. I'll be around, watching you squirm like a tadpole through a nice, juicy brain. All those pretty little symptoms, sundering skin, dissolving guts, they haven't manifested yet, have they? One might say you're a paragon of luck. I'll be there when it runs out.
Why are you here? I sent you to Zevlor. What?
That damn nose of yours has gone poking in our business.
Mistress Ollerton, I can explain.
Shh. No need. It couldn't be helped.
Korga, what is the meaning of this?
You think yourself quite the spy, don't you? Go on, tell him.
What's in there? Cloakwood? Korga, have you lost your mind?
Halsin is weak, Wrath. But in the shadows, we are strong. We are safe. There is no other way.
You and Halsin welcome untouchables to your midst. You defile the grove for the sake of harmony.
Ollerton speaks truth. Who among you disagrees? Who would see this grove in ruin?
The choice is made. Korga, burn the tainted away. Start with the snitch.
As you say, Ollerton. No. You twist the teachings. In harmony, we perish. In shadow, we are pure.
Korga's voice breaks and her lips tremble. She heard reason in your words. Korga eyes you intently as you speak the text etched into the frescoes. The forest rose with claw and tooth to tear the darkness from its roots. The towers seized, the battle done. The moonrise broke the darkest one.
When the darkest hour fell, it was us that brought light. Sylvanas demands we illuminate Shadow, not hide within it. How was I so blind?
Careful, Korga. The Shadows don't forgive.
I belong to the Shadows no longer. You've no power over me.
You would question my power. Mother Earth, hear me. Grant me your wrath.
Wrath thought me a danger. Seems I've proven him right. Sylvanas bid me to protect my people from harm. Yet I was the one to inflict it. There was but one druid who guarded the circle, who protected our ways. We are forever in your debt. You burn like fire. You howl like wind. You are Faith Warden. Take our gift, and be known. May I not be the last monster you vanquish. When you speak, the circles will listen. Among druids, your words will shine brighter than sun. It was through power that I would keep us safe. Or so I thought. Yet I betrayed Sylvanas himself. Led the circle to Shadow. We will stop the rite, and I will stand trial. My fate lies with Sylvanas. May he have mercy. We will grant them safe harbor until they depart. Meanwhile, help us contend with the goblins. Perhaps we can dissuade them from attacking. It began with a letter. There was no messenger, it simply appeared. Olladin came soon after. An army was coming, she said. Goblins, drow, and more still. Legions upon legions. The druids of Cloakwood knew the dangers this would bring. They ordained that all circles cast the rite to shelter from the storm. Olladin taught me to harness the Tree Father's power to wall us in. In return, well, you know the rest. I would turn the grove over to them. I won't forget the wounds I've inflicted. I pray Halsin returns to heal them in full.
You have saved Korga from herself. I cannot thank you enough.
I'm told the druids have stopped their damn chanting. What happened? Truly, Ilmater's ashes. I never thought she would actually see reason. Thank you. We still have the goblins to contend with, but you've given us time to prepare. I need to ensure my people make the most of it. But here, left over from my soldiering days, it's sparse thanks for what you've done for us. And I'm afraid I have more yet to ask. You've bought us some time here. But the goblins are still massing out there. We'd need an army of our own to escort us safely to Baldur's Gate. And while I don't doubt your abilities, you're no army. There may be a way, though. Goblins are ill-disciplined. It's unlike them to organize so cleverly. Somebody must be leading them, bringing discipline to their ranks. Take out that leadership, and they'll scatter. The Blade of Frontiers has done what he can to help us prepare for the journey, and we are grateful. But it'll be a short journey if the goblins still own the roads.
By the Triad, there is only one correct answer. Refuse him, and we sentence these people to die.
Everyone in this camp depends on it. Thank you. We'll be ready to leave as soon as you give word.
We meet again, as predicted. I shall be here in thy camp, for whenever thou hast need of my services. There are many answers to that question. None are important. Correct. No. Beyond mortal realms, there doth exist an amalgamation of spirits akin to thine own, ensnared by the treacherous cult of the Absolute, felled in its name. They bear great discontentment with their destiny. For a mere pittance of coin, I might summon the worthiest among them to lend aid to thy undertaking. Most willingly, forsooth. Their passions doth run deep for what hath been wrought upon them. Suspicion always haunts the guilty mind. My services are all that I can proffer thee. What thou wilt do with them is for thee to undertake. Should thou or any of thy compatriots perish, I will cleave soul to body once more. Because it is my calling, there is little else to explain. A matter of coin.